Hey, my Saxy souls. You're watching The Seasons Behind the Sound, where I break down the creative process and answer your questions about my debut EP, Life's Seasons. Let's go. Welcome to episode 1 of The Seasons Behind the Sound. Today, we're going to be talking about the first track on my debut EP, Life Seasons, Autunno. So, what is Autunno? Autunno means autumn in Italian. This song is a Latin jazz fusion. It's a very different track from the other ones you hear on this EP, and it's one that's very special to me and close to my heart, and I'll get into more of it later. Autunno is really the personification of the season in the form of a man. So it's a very romantic song, and it talks about just somebody being there post-summer, post the happiness, post the warmness, and being there throughout the rest of the seasons. I have my trusty little book here. This is how I write all my songs. I write them in this book, and then they come to life, really. I write in pencil, so I can make edits and things. So I mention the leaves may change and then they go their separate ways, but you stay. You always stay, you'll stay. And it's literally, as I just said, somebody that's going to stay with you no matter the season, no matter if the leaves are alive or if they're slowly dying. Somebody's going to be with you throughout all of the changes. As I mentioned earlier, I said that this song is something very close to my heart, very dear to me. And it's a sound that I've grown up with, this Latin feel. I've listened to a lot of Latin music growing up. My nonno and my nonna were big dancers, and they would dance together, and they would dance to something like this. Like if this was released, I don't know, a few years ago, they would be dancing to this song. So really, I kind of wrote this with them in mind, just something that they would enjoy and something that everybody can dance to. And I have a love for dance. I am a dancer as well, and I'm getting into ballroom, so that's exciting. So I think I might have to add some of that into the music video for this one. Let's just take a listen to some parts of it, and I can talk about a few things. May change and then they go their separate ways, but you stay. You always stay. You stay. Then the beat comes in. I really wanted a very dramatic intro to the song because I feel like I'm just a dramatic person. I mean, come on now. I do this for a living. I just think it's just so interesting to have a slow beginning and then the beat kicks in. When I perform this live, a lot of my followers love this song. It's just one I love to start with in sets as well because it's such a ear-catching moment. I can't really say eye-catching because it doesn't really catch your eye, it catches your ear. So, ear-catching moment. I just made up a word. Yeah. I think I need my own dictionary. Autunno, he is the sun rays through the leaves. His smile is the warmth when comes the breeze. Profumo. So I guess it's a mixture of personification and just a comparison between the lover and the season itself. Now that I'm looking back at it, I'm like, oh, I guess it is like both, because the line I had it start on, Autunno, he is the sun rays through the leaves, his smile is the warmth when comes the breeze. And that's what we experience in autumn. I mean, we have, beautiful leaves, depending where you are in the world. If you get a beautiful fall, I grew up having beautiful falls all the time on the East Coast. Not so much on the West Coast over here. That's not really, at least Southern California. but you have this beautiful image of sun shining through the leaves, and it almost like tints everything around it because the leaves are starting to turn orange and red and all those yummy colors. I love those colors. You could tell I love autumn, right? I mean, it's definitely my favorite season. His smile is the warmth when comes the breeze. You know, that's when it starts to get breezy, is in the fall, and this guy's smile is just, he brings that warmth, you know? Brings it. It's a very romantic song, and yeah, I really hope people just like play this on date night or something, because it's a sensual piece. Not gonna lie, it is. Was there any lyrics I struggled with? That's a good question. I think the main thing was trying to figure out what to do next. So like I had this intro definitely in my mind. The intro was probably the first thing I kind of wrote. Verse 1, like, I feel like this one changed a lot. I have written, the leaves may fall, but I'll still feel the breeze of summer. That's what I had before. The leaves may fall, but I'll still feel the breeze of summer. Yeah, I was trying to get the lyrics to actually fit into the rhythm I want. I guess that leads me to the process of actually writing the song. What exactly came first? The lyrics or the melody or the vibe? My inspiration for the song is not only my nonno and my nonna and their love for dance and the style of music, but there was actually a few songs that inspired this idea. Because I knew I was going down this path of making this seasonal album, I'm like, okay, autumn. What am I gonna do with autumn? And I had this idea. I'm like, okay, I kind of want to make a Latin feel song, have some Italian in it. Okay, I'm gonna call it Autunno. That's as much as I knew. So I did research, and I also listened to a lot of these songs already, so I didn't do much research. A song I listened to a lot is Autumn Serenade by John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman. Yes, Johnny Hartman. And if you take a listen to that one, it's a similar vibe to this, and that's what I wanted. Like, there's like a warmth to it, and I'm like, I have to have the saxophone in it because John Coltrane's playing the sax. He's one of my sax inspos. And another song is Autumn Leaves, specifically by Nat King Cole. I love Nat King Cole so much. I love his voice. He is like one of the best male singers in my opinion. Autumn Leaves is definitely a more sad song compared to my Autunno, but it was actually one of the inspos for this piece. Lyrically, it created the same imagery that I did, and it inspired me to say certain things like, where's the one piece that with sun-kissed faces and warm embraces, we'll stay. Shouldn't I know this? In Autumn Leaves, they say, sunburnt hands I used to hold, summer kisses, things like that. And that was just kind of my inspiration. Instead of, it was I used to hold, or I used to have, it's more of like, I still have it because my lover loves me, and we're going through winter together. The funny part is that I'm all by myself and I'm cracking myself up. So call me crazy, but I'm entertained, and I hope you're as entertained as I am. Now I'm wondering how I got on this topic. Oh, we were talking about the process. Yes, the process. So lyrically, like I said, I had to fit it into this rhythm I already had in my head. And I talked about my inspirations. Yeah, you know that. So it was definitely a challenge trying to make the words fit into the rhythm I had going. Though nights grow cold, I'll still feel the heat of summer. Like, that was a really hard line to find words that fit. That's why I had the leaves may fall, but I still feel the breeze of summer. Like, that. Good thing I didn't use that, because that wouldn't work. To sum it all up, the music, the melody and the vibe definitely came before the lyrics. And the lyrics were something that I had to create around this idea that I was already married to. And I'm like, I can't change that now. I love it too much. I'm like, this rhythm is so good. I need to make it happen. Going in the studio and working with my amazing session players on this, it was just so easy. It's a breeze. The pianist that I've worked with a lot, Greg, he is wonderful. He's done, well, all of the songs on this EP, so Summer in New York and Winter Blues, those 2 singles. So very happy to have him just complete this whole chapter with me. And then the amazing drummer I had on the song, Pat, he really just captured my idea. Like, I didn't even have a rehearsal with him. He came in, I was like, yep, he's awesome. He knows exactly what I want. And I was like, yes, I love it. When people just get it, they get what you're thinking. I just love it. Something that I hope you can hear, maybe, especially my musician friends out there. I'm sure it's something you're like, okay, this is different. Something happens here. I'll actually play it first. Autunno, right there. That's what it is, right there. So that was something funky that I just kind of felt, and going through listening to so many styles and different songs all the time, I just, grab inspiration from places. And I just felt this da 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 da. So at first I was like, okay, I know something's happening here. Like, I'm by myself, I'm writing in my bedroom. I'm like, okay, I know something's happening here, but I think Greg will understand what's happening here more than I do. I'm like, I know some funky key signature thing is going on. So it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So it's a bar of 2 in there. So it's Autunno, 1, 2, do, 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 do. Yeah, I didn't sing that right, but I think you get what I mean. So my musician friends or just music lovers, if you have an ear for that, I really hope you've caught that. And if not, go back and listen to it, because it's just a fun little something that's in there. And it's honestly a proud moment of mine, because it's very different and it adds just something like more emotion, more dynamic to it, instead of just having a constant steady 4/4 beat. That's why I love songs that do that. And it's not so much common anymore in, songs we hear on the radio all the time. So in different genres, not the pop 100, they don't got that, but other songs, other artists that are creating, independent artists or jazz artists, R&B artists, they got those things going on, and I love it. I am such a nerd for it. Oh, it just, people that get it, get it. If you don't get it, I'm sorry. Another fun fact about this song is that there's no backgrounds on it, like no background vocals, right? Yeah, there's no background vocals. There's only one line of vocal. And honestly, I can't see it with any vocal layering. I mean, I say that now. Maybe in the future when I go back and revisit it and, spice it up a little bit, maybe I would hear something. But I feel like it makes sense how it is. And I'm honestly very just happy and very, very pleased in how it came out. I don't have any criticism for myself, which is the first, because I usually have things to say. And then we have the saxophone come in and take over, and pretty much just plays an alternate melody of the refrain, so it's kind of a double moment. If you don't listen to a lot of jazz music, that's something that happens a lot, that the vocalist will go, or maybe not even the vocalist, maybe just whatever instrument is starting the song, because sometimes it's the piano, sometimes it's a trumpet, and then it switches. But let's just keep it to vocals for now. The vocalist has a verse, chorus, and then maybe it goes back to the chorus and it's a trumpet or a saxophone or a trombone or a piano. It's a very like, I just love it because it just shows like a commutative sound through all instruments, and it keeps a I don't know what the word is. It keeps the theme going. And that's what I love about it. Obviously, it's me on the saxophone, and it's not John Coltrane or somebody, but it's still, I think of it as its own thing. I don't think of it as me. I think of the saxophone as another person, because it's not my voice. It's the saxophone's voice. You have your own voice. You're beautiful. Beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love saxophones. And I'm not biased. I swear. It's the best instrument. So versatile. Come on now. To finish this off, I have 2 questions from you guys. I put prompts on my stories and in my broadcast channel, and I had 2 great questions for Autunno. So here we go. Question 1. I noticed you included Italian throughout all of your songs. Why did you decide to use Italian in the title for the autumn one? Well, I kind of covered that earlier. Autunno, I really wanted to call it Autunno. But I really wanted to pay homage to who I am and my heritage. I am proud to be Italian American, and this EP is just very special to me, especially the 4 new songs, because I included more Italian in them. And I don't know, I just think it makes it more interesting. And the word autunno is much better to sing than autumn. Autumn, like, no. Autunno. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. My last question is, what came first? Lyrics, melody, or mood? Well, I answered this already, so I'll just say it again. The music and the mood definitely came first, and the lyrics are something I had to fit into that, which was a challenge, but I made it happen. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of The Seasons Behind the Sound. Stay tuned for next week as we cover the next song. Do you know what it is? Comment down below if you know what it is. Maybe you'll win a prize. They're not going to win a prize. I don't have any prizes. I don't. Maybe a CD. Signed CD. Oh, there you go. There's your prize. You'll win a signed CD. Boom. I hope you have somewhere to play your CD. Until next time, everybody.